Welcome to the Morning Download Podcast, your go-to resource for personal finance, economics, and market insights. In just 8 minutes a day, we provide valuable information to help you make better money decisions. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at https://www.morningdownload.bu. Subscribe. Let's dive right in. In today's episode, we'll cover the reopening of the market with cryptocurrency making noise, Australia attracting the most millionaires and billionaires in 2023, good news in 2024 with cooling inflation, higher minimum wage, and potential rate cuts, challenges including geopolitical issues and USD troubles, impact from Guyana and African countries, global news on canceled deals, paused shipping and successful launches, the Biden administration's Medicare drug price negotiations, the declining demand and price-sensitive consumers in some industries, cautiousness for investors, Bitcoin price predictions ranging from $60,000 to $1 million, top personal finance podcasts, and Martin Whitman's admission of being bad at making forecasts.
Let's start off with a fun fact that might catch your attention. Did you know that in 2023, Australia attracted the highest number of millionaires and billionaires? Pretty impressive, right? It seems like Down Under is becoming a hotspot for the wealthy. Let's talk about why 2024 could be a year full of victories. Get ready to be excited because some great news might be coming our way. First off, inflation is expected to cool down, which means that our purchasing power will increase. And guess what? Paychecks are finally catching up to inflation too. On top of that, the minimum wage is set to increase in many states this year. The Federal Reserve might cut rates, making it easier for more people to buy big-ticket items like houses. However, don't get too excited because mortgage rates probably won't dip below 6% this year. But hey, it's still a step in the right direction. The unemployment rate is sitting at a low 7%, which is incredible considering it's the lowest it's been in nearly half a century. And the best part, it's expected to keep getting better in 2024. Now let's talk about some challenges. The geopolitical situation might worsen, and unfortunately, the USD could suffer a bit in 2024. That could have some negative effects on the US economy. But it's not all bad news. The global economy might see some new players stepping up. Countries like Guyana and several African nations are expected to make their mark. In other news, let's do some global hits highlights. Baidu's live streaming plans hit a bump as they cancel a $6 billion deal. Maersk, a shipping giant, had to pause its operations in the Red Sea after an attack on one of their vessels. And who can forget SpaceX? They proudly set a new record with a whopping 96 successful rocket launches in 2023. Oh, and a quick reminder, the Biden administration will face some major tests with their Medicare drug price negotiations this year. It'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. So here's the thing. Back in the good old days, companies could simply raise their prices to make more money. It was an easy way to up their revenue. But times are changing, my friend. Take Netflix, for example. They tried this strategy back in 2023, but it seems like it's time to say goodbye to that approach. You see, some industries are going through a bit of a rough patch. Retail, in particular, is facing challenges like slipping demand, consumers who are more conscious of prices, lower inflation rates, and a better supply chain. So raising prices may not actually lead to more money coming in. In fact, in this situation, it could cause a downward spiral. We're already seeing companies like FedEx, Target, and General Mills cutting their sales expectations. Even airlines are slashing their off-peak fares. It's putting businesses in a rather tricky spot. They can either keep performing at a lower level or find new and innovative ways to increase their revenue. So, here's a word of advice for investors. Be careful, especially when it comes to the retail industry. It's expected to face some challenges in 2024. Keep that in mind as you navigate the stock market. In the world of crypto, everyone wants to know where Bitcoin is heading. Well, here are some interesting predictions for 2024, so get ready. According to Mobius, Bitcoin could reach $60,000 by the end of the year. That's quite a promising number. But wait, Yue Yang, the chief economist of Bitmining, thinks it could go even higher. He believes Bitcoin might hit a high of $75,000 in 2024. But the excitement doesn't stop there. James Butterfill, the head of research at CoinShares, predicts a significant change in the digital assets landscape. He gives BTC a price target of $80,000, and Antony Trenchev, a noted Bitcoin bull and co-founder of Nexo, thinks it could skyrocket to $100,000 in 2024. And guess what? Standard Chartered is doubling down on its $100,000 call for Bitcoin. They believe that with the approval of numerous ETFs, this price target can be achieved. But let's not forget Alexander's prediction. She expects some volatility in the first quarter, with Bitcoin trading within the $40,000 to $55,000 range. However, after the ETF approval, she sees the price jumping to $70,000 in the third quarter. Matrixport, a crypto financial services firm, has projected that Bitcoin will reach $63,140 by April 2024 and an impressive $125,000 by the end of that year. Now, if you really want to dream big, CoinFund has got you covered. They predict BTC could touch $1 million in the next few years, with targets of $250,000 and $500,000 for 2024. But here's a friendly reminder. Our subscribers don't foresee Bitcoin breaching the $100,000 mark this year. However, they are still bullish on the coin. Here are some personal finance podcasts that our subscribers highly recommend for your listening pleasure. First up, we have My First Million, hosted by Sam Parr and Sean Puri. This podcast is perfect for those looking for new business ideas based on trends and opportunities. Next, we have Planet Money. Available on various platforms, this podcast covers global issues in an engaging and inviting manner. All In with Chamath, Jason, Sachs, and Friedberg is a definite favorite among many listeners. Known for being fun and informative, this podcast covers a wide range of topics, not just personal finance or money. In each episode, experts discuss real estate, poker, tech, and more, with most episodes lasting over 90 minutes. For day traders, daily stock market news is a must-listen. This podcast provides a quick and light overview of the market, helping investors make informed decisions. Most episodes are under 20 minutes. Global Macro Update by Malden Economics, hosted by hedge fund manager Eric Townsend, is gaining popularity. Listeners can delve into technical, global, and political issues through the podcast and even access downloadable transcripts. This podcast caters to sophisticated investors and features guest speakers from various industries. Don't be fooled by the name. Marin Talks Money goes beyond basic finance topics and explores niche subjects. Hosted by Bloomberg senior columnist Marin Somerset Webb, this podcast features in-depth discussions with guests from different walks of life. If you're short on time, Capital Economics, the weekly briefing, is perfect. In just 30 minutes, this podcast covers the major happenings of the week. With Fast Money, featuring Melissa Lee and a roundtable of top traders, you'll get actionable news and insights delivered straight to you. This podcast goes live at 5 PET on CNBC and covers the day's happenings. For deep dive stock analysis and topical takes on the market, check out Investing Experts by Seeking Alpha. This podcast not only covers the market, but also offers actionable suggestions and investment advice. Cabot Street Check offers free-flowing conversations with experts in the financial field. Tune in if you're eager to know what industry experts are up to. Lastly, Morningstar Investing Insights is your go-to podcast if you're looking for guidance on stock and ETF picks. It also offers personal finance advice, investing tips, and exclusive interviews with fund managers. For a quick overview, check out Morning Download Podcast, our podcast that provides a concise market update in about 8 minutes. It's an audio version of the newsletter available on multiple platforms. Remember, these are just a few of the many personal finance podcasts out there, but they are highly recommended by our subscribers. Happy listening. So, I came across this interesting quote today and thought I'd share it with you. It goes like this: "We ignore outlooks and forecasts. We're lousy at it and we admit it. Everyone else is lousy too, but most people won't admit it." This quote is by Martin Whitman, a notable figure in the investment world. Now, I really resonate with this quote because let's face it, predicting the future is just plain hard. We all like to think we can see what's coming, but the truth is, most of us aren't very good at it. And you know what? That's okay, because it turns out most people are in the same boat. It's fascinating how we often put so much weight on predictions and forecasts. We rely on them to make important decisions in our lives, whether it's about investments, careers, or even something as simple as the weather. But the reality is, these forecasts are often just best guesses, and they can be way off the mark.
In today's episode, we discuss the reopening of the market with cryptocurrency making noise. Australia attracting the most millionaires and billionaires in 2023, the potential good news of cooling inflation and higher minimum wage in 2024, challenges such as geopolitical issues and USD troubles, updates in global news from Baidu, Maersk, and SpaceX, the caution for investors in the retail industry, Bitcoin price predictions ranging from $60,000 to $1 million for 2024, and the admission by Martin Whitman that most people are bad at making forecasts and ignoring outlooks. Thanks for tuning in to the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content and sign up for our free newsletter at Morning Download. Subscribe.